Good evening. Welcome in here to the Breathitt High School PE gym as we get ready to kick off another night of volleyball action. We have tonight a pretty good matchup. Should be an exciting game here between Breathitt County High School Bobcats and the Cougars from Letcher County Central. Both of these teams off to a good start this year, James, and looks like Breathitt, coming in with a 3-1. They lost that very first match with Knott County. Letcher County coming into this game 3-0. Both of these teams come off wins last night. Breathitt traveled over to Lee County and took that one 3-1 over Lee County. And Leslie County hosted Letcher Central over there in Hyden, and Letcher came away with a 3-1 victory there. So we're looking forward to a great match of volleyball here tonight. Two experienced teams, two fairly young teams, and certainly you're looking at two of the top 3 or 4 teams in the region that are going to be competing for that regional championship here soon, James.
Yeah, so far, I think the RPI, or the preseason ranks, not RPI, but the preseason ranks had Knott Central at 1, Letcher at 2. I believe they had Hazard at 3, Breathitt at 4, and Wolf at 5. I believe it was those preseason rankings.
Yeah, and those things are really good for us to talk about, but out there on the floor,
it doesn't matter as much.
Early this time of the season, this early in the season, you really are looking for, as a coach, you're looking for who's going to step up, who's going to play. So we should see a lot of phenomenal play here tonight. Letcher County very strong on defense. They have, about 3 strong offensive players. And Breathitt County is pretty well balanced and rounded here. So yes, we're going to take a quick break here, get in a few messages from our sponsors. We'll wait till they finish with the national anthem, and then we'll come back and we'll cover this game as we get ready to kick it off here at Breathitt High School.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Hey everyone. When only the best
For
will do.
100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life. Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone and give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5502. Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
SEC Auto Sales, located at 1557 Highway 15 South in Jackson, is the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Whether you're looking for a used or new-to-you vehicle, SEC has you covered. Think you can't get finance? Well, think again. They have the best interest rates available, serving all of Eastern Kentucky. Let them show you an easy buying experience. Come on down and see Jeff, Dwayne, and the rest of the gang. Call 606-272-6888 or visit them online at secautosales.com.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back here to the gym at Breathitt High School as we're getting ready to kick off. The 2 teams are exchanging pleasantries there at the net. Our referees are in position. We're about ready to kick off this match here tonight. Letcher County comes in off of a successful year last year, James. They finished 20-15 and made it to the semifinals last year in the regional tournament, being defeated by Leslie County. Breathitt County comes off a 21-10 season, and they were defeated by Letcher in the first round last year by a score of 3-1 in a rough game, as I remember.
This was at Leslie County, right?
It was at Leslie County last year. I remember, let's see, looks like Breathitt was 25-20, 26-24. Then they won a set 27-25, and then they lost 25-20. So a good close game with Letcher Central the last time these two met in the regional tournament last year.
The Lady Cats being led in kills by Miss Emily Bird, the sophomore. And over on the Lady Cougars side, they're arguably being led by their libero, Miss Piper Adams, who is a freshman.
Yep, two great talents. We'll hear a lot more out of both of those as the years go on here. They got a few more years to play. And looks like Breathitt's pep section also showed up. We don't have the most valuable player out of that one just yet, but they are ready in their swimming attire over there. Pelfrey will lead us off with the first serve, and Adams will take it. And Ebony Pack with a little drop over the net into that pocket.
You know, that's something that we pointed out a time or two against that Powell County. That line right there, the 10-foot in the corner, it's been open a lot for the Breathitt County defensive stuff.
Piper Adams puts that one into play. Set and outside to Stacy as dug out by Adams. Just another push into the hole as Ebony Pack just enough to get over the block and down for a point. Letcher comes out 2-0 early here.
Letcher absolutely, sorry about that. Letcher absolutely came out with a plan, and so far they're executing their plan and scoring on it.
Stacy puts that one across the net. Set in the middle to Lowe, and she pushes that ball into center. Looks like Breathitt made an adjustment there and a little too strong by Bird and out the back corner.
You know, we said that Letcher Central be led by Piper Adams. She is currently serving, and so we'd hear a lot about Adams and Bird on each side. I think here in the next year or so, they will be competing for 14th Region Player of the Year. What do you think, Steve?
Absolutely. They certainly need to be in the running, and that's going to be out of bounds. Nice little attempt, and I think the fan section objects to that call, but it doesn't matter.
You can guarantee it's going to be a very loud night.
Absolutely. Piper Adams back to serve again for Letcher Central on a 3-serve run here. And that's going to be set to Stacy, who goes deep into the back, and Breathitt takes the ball and scores for the first time on the board, 4-1 here.
Stacy scooted over from that middle position that she typically plays over to the outside hitter position and was able to make really good contact with the ball. You got to wonder if Breathitt is going to continue to try to do that.
Raylan back to serve. Nice serve taken by Adams. Outside to Pack, who cuts that ball across and plays it right off the net. Just enough to drop in. Up to serve for Letcher is Kelsey Holbrook. She is one of their seniors. They have 3, it looks like, on their roster, and she goes deep and a little too deep. Quick substitution as Baker comes out, and number 14, Hannah Eldridge, another senior, comes in for Letcher Central. Back to serve for Breathitt is Bird. There's the whistle, and she puts that ball into play. Adams pops it up, outside to Lowe, and off the block and down. (6-2) Letcher early in this one. Ebony Pack, the junior for Letcher, goes back. Flat, hard serve. Outside, and that's off the block and down. Paris Cook, the freshman, got her hand on that one, but unable to get it back up, and it drops out of bounds. Nice hard swing there for Breathitt County. You'll see a lot more out of Briley Curtis, who is a sophomore, on that swing there. Stacy with a nice cut, and Pack unable to handle it. Ace for Breathitt, 6-4. Stacy gets the signal from the bench. She puts it right back into that corner, but too far this time, out of bounds. They're trying to cut that ball down the line, look like there, James, and I don't know if they're specifically targeting Pack or just that corner.
Well, in years past, Stacy has had a very good serve that goes straight. So if she lines up on that line, a lot of times she can serve directly on that line.
Killed by Brinsley Neese there. She dropped that one right in front of the defenders. You notice Letcher has pulled their defenders back on that baseline. They're playing back near the free point line, the free shot line, free throw line. You know where I'm talking about. And that's out of bounds. That blue thing in the middle, they pulled their defenders back there.
If the Lady Cats want to get back into this and dig into this lead a little bit, which is not completely out of the realm of possibility, they will have to serve. If they can't serve, then there's no way they can eat away at that lead.
Addie Blevins, the junior for Letcher's, too strong on that one, out the backside. Substitution will bring Curtis out.
And Allen in.
Bristol Allen back to serve. Letcher has pulled that defense up a step or two now. And Allen plays that one down the line. Hard swing there. Set outside and dropped in, but dug out of there. And Emily Miller unable to get her hand on that ball. It's enough to get it up for another point. 3-point lead.
Seems like the Lady Cougars' tactic so far into this first set is to let the Lady Cats make the decisions and make the mistakes.
And again, Emily Miller plays that one off the forearm, reaching out to the side, and Letcher takes a 4-point lead. Breathitt just has to calm down here, set their feet, and play that ball up. Nice serve there by Hannah Eldridge. And Neese tried to put that one in the back, but played up. Outside to Pack. And played off the ceiling. And point to the American flag there.
I got to say, though, off that really nice serve, Bristol Allen had a very good dig. Kept the ball up in the air. I think she almost done the splits in the process of saving it.
Nice flip there across the net for Letcher. And Bird cuts that ball down the line past Addie Blevins, the junior defending there, and into the corner. Nice shot there. You know, at this point, when you have two teams this well matched, it becomes who can control the ball, who gets the pass,
yes,
who gets the set, and who can put the ball in. And Pelfrey didn't get all of that one, and point to Letcher.
You know, as we've said time and time again through hundreds of practices, it all starts with the pass, Steve.
That's it. Piper Adams puts that ball in play. Set in the middle and blocked. Looked like a net contact, but they did not call it. In the middle to Lowe, and Lowe with a hard hit down the side.
Excellent coverage there from your Lady Cats from one or two hits, and then that last one they just couldn't get their hands on.
13-7, 6-point lead for Letcher. Piper Adams back to serve. She gets her dribbles in, starts the approach. And that goes back row, and Miller unable to take that ball. 14-7, timeout Breathitt County. 7-point lead for Letcher. We're going to take a quick break and be right back in a moment.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
And we're back here out of a Breathitt County timeout. 7-point lead for Letcher as Letcher is back to serve. Piper Adams puts that one in play. Played up by Miller. Outside to Stacy, and she pops that one over. Lots of out-of-system play, and that's going to be 4 hits. Point to Breathitt. Very good coach point there, getting that point right out of the timeout. 6-point lead. Raylan back to serve for Breathitt. Nice serve, dug out of there by Adams. Low with the tap, played up, and over by Harold, who blocks at the net. Going to be a throw, should have been a carry there, but not called. Outside to Pack, and she pushes. There you go, some power. It's what it's going to take with these two teams. Whoever hits the ball down wins this match.
You know, Steve, we talked about it a little bit on the timeout. It seems like every one of Breathitt's serves so far has went straight to Piper Adams.
We used to say hit it to anybody.
Hit it to anyone except for the libero, typically is a game plan that you want to have.
And it works there. Sophie Baker, the freshman, unable to handle that one. Her team calms her down, reassures her. A lot of pressure on a freshman here. No matter if you've played a year or two in middle school, it's a lot of pressure in these kind of situations. Back with the serve. She goes right back to the same spot.
Yeah,
and outside to Pack. And they're going to call in the net. Point to Letcher. I'm not sure who it was. Maybe Bird got a hand on that net cord there. 13, Kelsey Holbrook, the senior, back for Letcher Central. 5-point lead. Pelfrey digs that one outside. And Harold with the left hand. Tapped that one over. Breathitt is sort of closed up, and nice push down there. Breathitt sort of closed up that hole in there, and that's played up and in play. Nice dig there, nice work. Gonna go outside to Pack, who puts that one, and Bird goes cross court and in. Nice cross court from Bird as she drops that one in about 4 feet behind the 10-foot line.
I got to say, Bristol Allen was all over the half court on that play. She done an amazing job at tracking that ball down and making a playable pass.
Allen comes out as Curtis goes in, and Bird puts that in play. Low. Outside. Going to call 2 hits on that one. I thought there was contact at the net by the defender.
I think they're saying it hit the court at the top instead of being blocked.
I thought it hit the defender, but Pack puts that one in play. Laid up and thrown over. Going to go outside and down off the net. That is a carry, and that is a point for Breathitt. A little early on the block jump by Letcher, and Breathitt takes that point. 4 points here. Stacy had a pretty good run on that first service. We'll see how she does here. Dug out by Breathitt, played up, and they're calling in the net. I did not see a number.
Is it 15? I seen a.
I did not see the number called.
They called 6.
Oh, okay.
In the net.
And Low back to serve. I didn't see it either.
I didn't see it.
You got to trust them, though.
I'm not saying it didn't happen.
And into the net by Nice. Point. And Letcher on a little bit of a run here. It's Low is back to serve. Calissa Low to serve for Letcher Central. High arching ball, and that's going to be a tough one. It's played in. Played over by Eldridge. Outside. Touched at the net. Eldridge plays that one over. Dug out. Going to be played over. Simple free ball. Let's see what they do with it. Eldridge with the toss. Played up by Harold, and still live. Outside to Eldridge. Off the block and down. 19-12.
Both teams having very good rallies so far in this first set.
Calissa Low back. She serves that one short. Played up for an overpass and down. And Letcher Central makes it to the 20-mark first here in this match. Low to serve. Nice little serve there. And Curtis puts that one into the back row. Eldridge tipped at the net and down. Nice little tip. Looked like Harold over there on the side. As Emily Miller checks in for Breathitt to serve. Piper Adams calling the play from back row there, and she goes down the corner. And that's tipped over. And over, down, a free ball point. You don't see that very often.
With two elite teams, a free ball very rarely scores.
And Miller into the net. 21-14. Back to serve is Blevins. Played up by Breathitt. And blocked at the net by McCullum. Back to serve is Blevins again for Letcher. She floated that one, but it stays in. Outside. And she touched the net. That is a point for Breathitt. 22-15. That will send Curtis back to serve for Breathitt. Sophomore. And too strong. That one, another point for Letcher.
Something we done a lot, Steve, whenever we were coaches, we kept track of service errors. I'd be interested to know how many service errors each team have so far, because it seems like some of those beginning of the season jitters are still affecting both teams.
You know, that's the only thing you have total control over is your serve. After that, it's all hit or miss. But you have total control of that. Outside and Pack, that should have been a 4, but they did not call it. Point to Breathitt regardless. Substitution there for Letcher as Baker comes back into the game, the freshman. Alexis Pelfrey for Breathitt back to serve. She goes right to the freshman. McCullum unable to get that one over. Looked like she wasn't quite ready for that one. Got McCullum and Pack on that far side as offense in the front row. And that is an ace. No one touched that. Miscommunication there between two great defenders in that back row. And that's going to be another ace for Pelfrey. As Baker unable to get there. Timeout, Letcher Central, just to calm things down. Each team now with one timeout apiece. We're going to take a quick break with them. Be right back.
Whether you're starting out or starting over, your next chapter begins here. Enroll now for spring 2026 courses at Hazard Community and Technical College. HCTC meets you where you are with flexible online and in-person classes, short-term programs, and hands-on training for in-demand careers. When you choose HCTC, you're choosing opportunity, support, and a community that believes in you. Call 606-487-3293 to enroll today.
Located just off the Mountain Parkway in Campton, Kentucky, has been your hometown construction and agricultural equipment dealer since 1981. When you're looking for quality, dependable, and efficient equipment, Holbrook is where you can find it. Proud dealers of Kubota, Hyundai, Vermeer, and Lamb Pride equipment, Holbrook prides themselves on matching each customer's unique needs with the equipment that will serve them the best. Come see them today and visit their website at holbrookequipment.com or give them a call.
Welcome back in. Out of a Letcher Central timeout, Alexis Pelfrey puts that ball into play. And that is a tough one. That is 4 hits for Letcher Central. That ball came out of her hands a little bit flat as Kelsey Holbrook tried to set that ball. It came out flat, and Pack was unable to get there. Pelfrey into the back corner and in. Nice ace. 23-21.
You know,
Letcher on a run, or Breathitt on a run here.
As one of the better servers in the 14th region, Pelfrey is not bothered by the coach's attempt at icing her on her serve.
Nice ace
and
again.
It has continued to work.
23-22. Let's see if coach backs her defense up onto that baseline. And she does, 2 steps.
She also has one more timeout. She has to be considering using it.
And Pelfrey into the net to get us to set point here in this first match. 24-22.
And the freshman Piper Adams up to serve.
She's going to go into that corner right there, exactly. Outside to Stacy, who drops that one, but Letcher plays it up. Bird with a hard hit. Outside to Pack and off the hands.
Good
set over
defensive
there,
set.
and it's going to be popped up. In the middle, too low, and out. She calls that one out. 23-24. And a substitution for Breathitt as Harold comes back in and Miller comes back out. That will send Raylan back to the line to serve for Breathitt. Letcher has another set point here. And that's going to be played up. In the net, point for Breathitt. Tie game. Tie game, 24-24.
As the pep section starts surfing over there.
They are awake. And back with the serve. Played outside the pack, too low, sorry, and that's out of bounds. Breathitt with their first set point here against Ann Letcher. Going to take a timeout. She uses her second timeout. As Breathitt has clawed back to the lead here, 25-24. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout and be right back. If you're just tuning in, you have missed a great match here. We are 25-24, Breathitt in the lead as they let the final seconds click off the clock here out of a Letcher Central timeout. Breathitt still has one timeout as they are at set point. Outside, and that's a flip over. Outside to Bird, who plays it down. Breathitt with the win. Breathitt takes the first set, 26-24, coming from behind to claim that one, James. What'd you see there?
I seen a team in the Lady Cats here that did not give up 1 second. They didn't have that lack of faith in their ability to win at any point during that set, and they showed that through serving, you can win games.
And I know Coach Van Hoos, she's not out, and this Letcher Central team is not out. They'll be back in this second set here in just a minute. We're going to take a quick break, catch our breath, give you a chance to catch your breath. We'll be back right after this message.
Over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life. Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you. Now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone and give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-5550. Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Welcome back in here to the PE gym at Breathitt High School. We just saw Breathitt come back from a pretty significant deficit there to take that first set, 26-24 over Letcher Central. We are about to kick off the second round here as our referees are getting everything set. Olinger has handed the roster back, and we are about to get underway here. And the ball is in play, taken by Miller. Outside to Bird, who swings down the line. And Blevins unable to get over there to take that ball. Nice placement. That's what we said earlier. You've got to hit the ball down, and you have to control the ball to win this game. Both sides have got to do that. Way too many overpasses and soft pushes across the net as Pelfrey puts Breathitt's first serve onto the court. Pack with a swing. Tipped at the net, slows it down a little bit. Bird with the tip over. And it's going to be a push into the back row as Miller takes that one. All the way back, reminiscent of someone I coached a few years ago. And that's going to be played up.
Someone that might be sitting right next to us right now.
Yeah, right close by. Emily Watts loved that little push to the back corner. Outside, and Bird up and blocked at the net. 1-1, tie game here early.
Seemed like the defense was there. It was just a little, they're a little bit too early.
Right. You know these girls are running on adrenaline right now. That's starting to wear off a little bit. Ball in play by Holbrook. In the middle to Bird, who taps that over, taken by Cook. Played up by Bird. Stacy into the corner. Smart play there by the setter. Nice little tap into that corner. 2-1. Breathitt up by 1 early. Substitution by Letcher Central as Eldridge re-enters the game. Railing back too long out the back.
Now, something that I would not want to see Raylan Back do here is switch from that jump serve to a walking serve out of fear. You were 4 games into a season. You've jump served so far. You've got to continue to do that. Even if you lose a point here or there, we're learning right now. This does not matter. This is not the 55th District or 14th Region tournament.
Overpass there by Breathitt. Gets an easy return for Letcher Central. Pack serves that one in, taken outside to Bird, and that's down off the block. Point for Breathitt. As Curtis checks into the game for Breathitt, Bird up to serve. That one taken by Adams. Outside to Eldridge, who just punches that one over. Set by Pelfrey, and a nice shot by Curtis into the baseline. Point for Breathitt. Lots of young talent on both sides of this floor tonight. As Bird back to serve for Breathitt. Nice serve. Popped up and taken outside by Pack. I'm sorry, by Lowe. Now we're going outside to Eldridge, who puts that off the Breathitt block. Up to Lowe in the middle, who throws that one down. Point to Letcher. Back and forth here, James.
I thought they signaled that there was a throw there, a carry, but they did not. Harvey is in the game for the Lady Cats.
Stacy with a hard swing there. And that's going to be out of bounds, unplayable. Point to Breathitt. Amber Harvey in that front row. As Pack comes out for, or I'm sorry, Lowe comes out for Letcher. I'll get it right in a few years. Stacy with a serve into that deep corner. And that is off the block and down on Breathitt's side. You'll never guess, but tie game. That will send Blevins back, the junior for Letcher Central. To serve. She puts the ball in low, and it's an overpass, but nothing they can handle at the net. Off the block, Harvey and Neese were there, but that ball spins off that block and down. Letcher takes the lead, 6-5 here.
Have to send over a free ball there by Back.
Eldridge with a swing. It's going to be a tough one to play over, and it's going to be out of bounds, hit behind the aerial. Out of bounds, point to Letcher. Letcher out to a 2-point lead. Levin serves, taken by the libero, Pelfrey. In the middle for Curtis. Off the block again, and Eldridge taps that one over. Outside for Curtis, but it's dug up. Push over by Breathitt. Outside to Eldridge, who swings. And unable to get it out of that block.
You know, Steve, the ball went back and forth about 6 times there, and there wasn't a single hit.
Yeah.
Until that point was scored.
We said it early. You got to swing. You have got to swing in these type of games. And that's going to be in bounds on the line.
It was in. Now, just a reminder, the Lady Cougars in that last set led by as many as 8 points before the Lady Cats came back and ended up winning and taking away that first set.
You don't want to be in that situation again, though. And Neese swings off the block, and point for Breathitt. Brinsley Neese swings there, and it rolled right off that block for a point. That will slow Letcher down. They were about to take off on a little bit of a run there.
Seems as though Harvey has taken the position of Logan Harold out on the court.
Miller plays that one too long, out the back. Played up by Miller, and no communication. Point to Letcher.
Just makes you want to yell burpee, doesn't it, Steve?
I miss those burpee days. Floated off the hands of Bird. Point to Letcher.
You know,
7-point lead for Letcher, and timeout Breathitt.
I was going to say, that also reminded me of someone sitting right next to you back in the day, throwing both hands up in front of them as the serve came out.
We won't mention any names, but we'll take a quick break and be right back.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life. Family and hometown pharmacies have been serving Breathitt County for over 20 years and are proud to support our local athletes. They are hometown owned and operated by Portia and Everett Dunaway. Portia and Everett want you to know that family and hometown pharmacies are here for you.
now offering 2 ways to fill your prescriptions. Use the Refill Quick app on your smartphone and give them a call at 666-5519 or 666-55.
And we're back here as Eldridge puts that ball into play for Letcher Central. And hooked off to the side. Another point for Letcher. Looks like Breathitt's changed their offense a little bit here. And, they are reversing the call. A Letcher player in the net.
No.
Point to Breathitt.
Okay.
We'll have to take that off Letcher and put it on Breathitt.
So instead of a 7-point lead, we do have a 6-point lead now to the Lady Cougars.
Or a 5-point. I'm not sure. They're still adjusting the score, and that is an ace off the hands of the freshman, Sophia Baker.
Now, according to mine, I have 8-13 now.
I think 13 is the correct, because it was 13-6 earlier.
Yes.
So that is, the scoreboard is 1 point off as Breathitt goes into the net. So we have 14-8, 6-point lead for Letcher Central.
I'm going to leave it 8-14 on mine, even though the scoreboard does not say that. I'm sure that even though the scoreboard doesn't say that, the official book does.
Yes.
So I know personally how difficult it can be to keep up with the scoreboard.
Adams with the serve into the back row, going at Miller there as Neese throws that one over. Outside to Lowe, who taps that over the block and down.
The key there, Steve, I think, is the set had to happen about 6 to 7 feet off the net. And that's where the hit happened as well, and you just can't hit the ball down whenever that happens.
You get that arch, and it just arches right over. An ace by Piper Adams for Letcher Central. Letcher with a 7-point lead here and looking to add to it as Adams serves the ball in. Right back into that spot. And into the net is Raylan back, point to Letcher. 16-8. Breathitt has moved that defense around a little bit with that surround, and Adams is just going to go right into that gap between. Nice strong hit, and that's tipped over. And down by Bird. Excuse me. Down by Bird. Nice little placement on that. Down balls have got to happen. They have to put this ball down, both teams, if they want to win here tonight. Served by Pelfrey. Outside to Lowe, and that was tight to the net. It's going to be played up and out of bounds by Bird. That is the definition of out of system right there. 17-9. Shoe tie in the back row. Kelsey Holbrook, the setter, to serve. Outside to Pack, and Pack swings off the block. Dug up, and going to be inbounds. Looked like a little bit of a carry there at one point, but
I believe the hand was closed in a fist.
I'd have to go to the instant replay if we don't have that ready to go here. And back to serve.
I have the score being 10-18.
Nice serve there by Back. Going to go back row to Eldridge, who puts it across. Outside and off the block. Off the hands of Paris Cook, the freshman, out of bounds for point Breathitt. This is about the point. Breathitt needs to make a little bit of a run. Letcher has to tighten that defense just a little bit. Back to serve. 6-point lead for Letcher. And off the hands of Adams, but saved.
Somehow saved.
Backside to Amber Harvey off the rafters. Played out. Pushed into the back corner. Nice, smart play by Raylan back. Point to Breathitt. All of that Letcher defense was pulled up within a foot of that 10-foot line. That left those corners wide open. Back to serve. And an overpass played. And just a free ball over. Let's see what Breathitt can do with the free ball to Stacy. Outside to Pack, who swings on that one, and it's down. That has to be the secret recipe to win this match. 18-12.
I was just...
Ebony Pack out the back.
I was just messaging one of the people with the official book, and they said that evidently I was the one that got it wrong. So
Okay.
That's on me.
Okay.
That is on me.
That works.
Well, no, they just added it to it. So maybe I wasn't the one that got it wrong after all.
20-13.
20-13. That magic number 20. That magic number 20 did not matter last set, though, Steve.
It did not.
Back with a pretty
Harvey
one-handed set.
with the kill. (20-14), Letcher with the lead as Stacy is back to serve for Breathitt. Taken by Adams. Going to be back row to Pack. Outside and off the block. Curtis able to roll those fingers off the hands of Paris Cook for a point. Cook didn't press forward. If she pressed forward, that is a kill. Off the hands of a Breathitt block. As Letcher up by 7 points here in this second set. Back to serve is Blevins, the junior, and that is long. If these two teams could clear up those service errors, you've got a pretty tough competition here. As the ball disappears onto the stage, and Emily Miller back to serve for Breathitt. At this point, you just worry about getting the ball in play. Nice serve by Miller there. Played off the block.
Yeah, this
dropped
point,
in by the setter, Raylan back.
like you said, at this point, you just got to get the serve in play. Let your offense and defense speak for itself.
Put the ball in play and play it.
The likelihood of you getting an ace in a situation like this is not extremely high. So get the ball in play. Worry about what you can do after that. As I say that.
And timeout, Letcher Central. A little bit of a run here. We saw this before. James, we'll stay here for this one. What do you think these two coaches are saying in the huddles right now?
Well, in my experience having a timeout like this, I'm looking at the girls and I'm saying, you know what? I'm taking every second of this timeout. I don't care if we don't talk about anything else but the fact that I'm taking every second of this timeout.
So Letcher County is going to use every second to ice the server
ice
here?
that server out, yes.
Well, Miller had a few issues with serves early in that first set. So we'll see how she comes out of this set. If you're Breathitt's coach, as we both have been, what do you say to them?
With Breathitt's coach, I would almost have had the server stand out there by themselves. Don't let them come in and think about it too much. And tell them that just because we're down by 3 doesn't mean that we have to play safe. We have to play aggressive. We have to fight for that ball. We have to hit the ball.
Put the ball down.
Stop pushing the ball over. Stop giving free balls. Hit the ball.
And Allen with the service, and it's played into the back row. Eldridge plays that up, and Breathitt unable to get it across after a successful dig. And what is the call? R2 is going to walk over.
As of right now, it was a carry from Breathitt, I believe. Is that right?
I think
correct?
that was the call. Or 4 hits, maybe.
I wonder if the conversation here is about the pool noodles being smacked against legs.
I wondered about that because the NFHS rules specifically say no noise makers are permitted.
But nothing was said to the pep section over here, so far.
And no change in the ruling. So, played up by Pelfrey. Set. And out of bounds on the cross court. Point to Letcher, 23-18. Letcher 2 points away from claiming this second set. Miscommunication on the serve from Eldridge. And Letcher has set point. Or set two.
There might have been miscommunication and just misplacement. They were standing 2 feet away from each other, both going for the ball and both backed away.
Tipped over by back and played at the net. Nice block there by Neese and Curtis. I think both of them got a little bit of that ball to stop this Letcher Central set point. Bristol Allen, number 8 for Breathitt, back to serve. No pressure on the junior here, as Letcher has their second set point. Pack with the swing, and that ball is in.
So Letcher,
the line judge forgot to call the ball in.
And just started walking off.
Yep, he just started walking off, but nevertheless,
Letcher
the ball was in. Letcher takes set two.
25-19.
You know, it's going to come down to who can serve the ball.
Yes.
Over these next couple sets, who can serve the ball, who can hit the ball down, who gets a pass, who gets a set, who hits the ball down.
Who passes up on more balls to hit. Because
free balls don't help you.
So far, both teams have not had a great offensive night. Both teams have been able to play some pretty good defense, keep the ball going, keep a rally going, but there's not a lot of swings at the ball happening so far.
I think Letcher came out with that game plan early. Let's drop it in Breathitt's obvious open spots. Letcher came out with the idea, or Breathitt came out with the idea of let's swing away. They both backed off both of those plans,
yes.
I think, here. At this point, you're getting good serves, you're getting good hard hit balls, and they're having to make choices. So we're going to take a couple quick breaks here from our sponsors and be right back for set 3, 1-1 here in Breathitt County.
SEC Auto Sales, located at 1557 Highway 15 South in Jackson, is the fastest growing pre-owned dealership in the area. Whether you're looking for a used or new-to-you vehicle, SEC has you covered. Think you can't get finance? Well, think again. They have the best interest rates available, serving all of Eastern Kentucky. Let them show you an easy buying experience. Come on down and see Jeff, Dwayne, and the rest of the gang. Call 606-272-6888 or visit them online at secautosales.com.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown atmosphere, come let our family take care of yours.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Welcome back in here to the Breathitt High School PE gym. We are about to kick off set number 3, and we're tied up 1-1 here. Letcher County roared back, as we said they might, and took that second set by a score of 25-19. Breathitt County sort of had a difficult time there with the serve, with some passing issues. Letcher, too, as we mentioned before, neither one of these two teams have really shown us their full potential tonight.
Yes, and as we said, both teams went into this game with a game plan, and both teams excelled at that game plan early and then kind of went away from it, from what we could tell.
Yep, a few changes here or there made all the difference in the world. Serve to Piper Adams, outside to Pack, who swings, and that ball did not cross over for hits for Letcher, so point early here goes to Breathitt County. Pelfrey to serve. Another low, flat, hard serve. Taken by. And that one rolls across the net. Played up, but unable to get across the net by Breathitt County.
Really good job by Charlie Stacy there to go after that ball and keep it up and playable.
You have to keep moving. You're exactly right. And that's what she did.
But there was also a lack of communication there, saying, I can get it up. Somebody else has to get the next one.
Taken by Pelfrey. Into the middle by Bird. Blocked at the net. Played back by Pelfrey and over by Allen. That would have been in if they let it go. Over to Pack, and she's unable to get it.
So far, it looks like Letcher has set back and they're trying to slow the pace of the game down, trying to get a good pass, set, and hit. But so far, their sets have been at around the 10-foot line instead of the net. And again, not a ton of offense.
Harold is back in for Breathitt during that substitution. And off the hands of Adams for a Breathitt point. Nice little set kill for Breathitt there. Harold back in. She's going to that, taking her left hand out there to that outside. As Back serves in. Played across, and Pack unable to get the ball across. 4-1 early in this third set. Back with the serve. Nice little floater. Set. And taken by Pelfrey, who's unable to get that ball up. Alyssa Lowe with the kill there, the senior. Back to serve is Kelsey Holbrook, another senior, the setter for this Letcher squad. Breathitt with a little stacked defense. And into the net, trying to serve, it looked like, right into that stack over there. Unable to get it across the net. Breathitt with a 3-point lead early.
The idea of that stack is to keep the ball away from your setter, and that's what they were trying to do, is get to the ball to the setter anyway.
Try to force it. As Bird floats that one almost out of bounds, but she's going to be 4.
Saying that the Lady Cats did not touch the ball.
Then the point has to go to Breathitt.
Yes.
It looked like to me Letcher touched that ball at the net, so it was not a 4 call because.
So I think the idea was that Letcher hit it the 3 times, it set on the net, and then fell back on Letcher's side, and they played it.
I thought that Breathitt had made contact with it.
I thought they did too, but I don't know.
And that's what I thought. It rolled back over. So that's one of those calls that they will work out. And Olinger has many, many years experience at this sport.
R2 is the one that made the call. The one up on the stand did not.
We may see a reserve here on this one.
Looks like that might be the case.
Nope. Point to
Breathitt. Okay.
I thought sure that Breathitt made contact with it at the net.
Knowing how much they're in the net, I would assume that there would be contact as well.
Bird with the serve. Nice serve. Played over and up by Pelfrey. Played back to Harold, who swings that left hand.
There might have been a missed double there at some point as well.
Played up by Curtis, and she gets under that ball, floats it out the back.
That one might have been a home run.
Almost ground rule double, but regardless, point to Letcher. Pack puts that one in play. It's going to be played over, free ball. See what Letcher does in the middle, too low, and that is played up as a two-hit. It certainly was. The junior Ebony Pack puts the ball in play. Goes outside to Curtis as Stacy has to do a little shuffle to get to that one and got under it. 1 point lead now for Breathitt. Letcher has taken three points here in a row as Pack serves. Going to be called a lift, or are they going to recall? Reserve is the call. I think he was trying to call. He's trying to call a lift, but I don't think it was. Or
no,
maybe even a 4.
Think so either.
Yeah. Pack will serve. And that is out. Barely. That was close. We used to preach to our girls, follow that ball till it hits the ground. That was a little too close for comfort for me.
Run to the line.
If I was a coach, I would have been swinging my foot all over the place, trying to make that ball go out.
I always leaned them out.
And back into the corner, taken by Pack. Up in the middle, too low, and she's unable to hit that across. That center set has to be right at the net, and that one was a little bit back. As Stacy back to serve again for Breathitt. Ball in play. Goes to Adams outside to Eldridge off the block. That one spins off the block, but taken by Letcher as Eldridge taps that one. Setter's out. Stacy with the set, and Harold plays it across.
So far,
into the net.
So far, from what I can tell, Harold is not afraid to take those swings at the ball. Doesn't matter if it's a great set or a pass that barely got to her, she's going to swing at it.
And out of bounds by Stacy, and knocks out all of the recording equipment for Letcher Central. They'll get it set back up and going. As Clarissa Lowe back to serve, and she drops that one in. Played over by Bird. Back row and out. Too strong on the back row. Low with a serve. Floats that one to the back row as Bird takes it. Played up. Outside. And down. Off the hands of Pack.
Again, Steve, this is what we've been talking about all night. Was that the most perfect set? Probably not. But you can still swing at the ball. It doesn't have to be a free ball. And if you swing at it, chances are you can score.
We used to scream at our players all the time. You choose to push, you choose to lose. And off the hands of Cook. Point to Breathitt. We used to say all the time, move your feet first, then play the ball. Get your feet there first, always. Out of bounds by Miller. That will send number 5, Addie Blevins, a junior for Letcher Central, back to serve. 3-point lead. And back will push that across. Into the center. It's going to be net by Breathitt. As number 6, Nice, into the net. Blevins to serve. And off the outside of the antenna. 3-point for Breathitt. Both teams tonight having a little struggle with their service.
That they are.
That will send Allen back. Bristol is a junior as she serves. And way long, about 5 feet or so. Too much muscle.
You know, but seeing how much Allen has grown from whenever I coached her, and she could barely get the ball over the net sometimes, to going out and almost hitting the wall, I'm very proud of that.
As Pack pushes that over. In the middle to Nice. Taken by Adams. Outside to Pack, who swings again and down.
And just whenever the Lady Cats looked like they were kind of taking control of the game, the Lady Cougars are inching their way back and are 1 point away from tying it in this set.
Ball taken by Miller. Thrown by Bird. And into the net by Pack. That's about 3 or 4 of those. That's unusual for her. Looks like Letcher may be back to that, trying to soft touch it into the weak spots of Breathitt there. Both sides have got to swing on this ball as Pelfrey serves into the net. That will send Adams back for Letcher. She floats that one to the back row. Set for Stacy, who swings. Played up at the net. Stacy puts it back across. Outside to, and that is in. That ball was in.
Yep.
Point to Letcher Central. 13-13, we have a tie.
You can feel some of the adrenaline wearing off on both teams too. You can see that both teams are starting to get a little tired.
Yep. Who can maintain that focus will be the deciding factor here. Played up by Allen. And hit the aerial out of bounds. Back to serve is Raylan. Back. Off the net and going to be down for a point. Blevins unable to take that one. Breathitt back out to a 2-point lead. Back with the serve. And that one's going to roll across. Maybe a free ball. Yep. Up in the middle to Stacy, who is blocked at the net by Lowe.
You know, one of those middle sets can be a very, very good use of offense. But whenever you have to set the ball high in the middle, those blockers are already there. Those blockers are already ready to be blocking. So it may not be one of the best options if you don't have a quick set.
Or a good blocker on the other side.
Yeah.
Can limit that completely. Point off the kill there for Breathitt. But again, you know, that middle set, when it is done correctly, is almost impossible to do much with.
Yes.
It is, but it's 100% timing. Ed Bird puts that serve in play. Going to be a back row. Set outside by Curtis, who got under that one. 16-15, 1-point lead by Breathitt here. Seems like these two teams running at about the same level right now. As Ebony Pack serves for Letcher. And Curtis comes back with the tip for the kill off that Letcher block. Lowe is certainly a force there on that block for Letcher Central. We don't have her height listed, but it's tall, I can tell you that. Stacy to serve for Breathitt. Stacy with the serve. Played up by Bird. Going to be set. Outside to Eldridge, who goes out of bounds. Point Breathitt. That makes it 18-15. And that's out of bounds. Another point to Breathitt.
We get the scoreboard.
18-15.
Scoreboard will say 19-15. At one point, I thought it was 19-16 at this point, or 18-16 at this point.
We will check real quick and take a quick break and get right back with you.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666.
Jackson Physical Therapy is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic, serving Jackson and the surrounding areas. Owned by Colby Watts, Jackson Physical Therapy has a talented and experienced staff ready to meet all your physical therapy needs. Jackson Physical Therapy is a proud supporter of our local youth and sports teams. Call JPT at 666-9293 to schedule your appointment today and let us improve your quality of life.
And we're back out of a Letcher Central timeout. Breathitt up by 4 here, 19-15.
We have double-checked with the official bookkeeper, and they have said that it is correct.
Pack for the kill, and the score is correct. 19-16, three-point lead for Breathitt. And again, you saw there, Pack was right on that. I'm sorry, I keep saying Pack. Lowe was right on that middle set. And it's going to be played over by Raylan Back. Free ball to Letcher. Going to go outside to Eldridge, who swings, and off the block, point to Letcher Central. The Cougars on a 2-point run here. Lowe back to serve. And a nice kill by number 6, Brinsley Neese, as she puts that ball perfectly where it had to go. And Breathitt this round makes it to that magic 20. Let's see if they can hold it. Emily Miller back to serve for Breathitt. She puts that ball in play, played by Adams. Going outside. Going to be set up. And Neese goes with the swing. Outside to Eldridge, who swings into the corner for a Letcher Central point. That corner was wide open back there. Breathitt had swung up to the 10-foot line and left those corners open. That will send Spencer Little, the freshman, back to serve. I don't think we called her name tonight as she serves. And a push over by Breathitt. Outside to Eldridge. Gives her the chance to swing. And Curtis puts that ball right down the middle of the defense. A sophomore for Breathitt, really stepping up here late in the game. 21-18. Breathitt with the lead, and that will send her back to the line. Briley Curtis, the sophomore. She swings, nice serve, and an ace in between the two Letcher Central players, making them make a choice, and neither one of them took it.
I believe that might have been the game plan from the beginning, that serve right there, and this time it was perfected.
As Curtis ready to swing again. And she went too far that time, out of bounds. Trying to cut that line with that little serve again, unable to get it. Letcher with a little more life here. 22-19, Breathitt leads. Eldridge back to serve. Miller takes that one. Going to be set to Neese, who swings. Outside as Pack swings on that one. And out of bounds off the hands of Neese. Point to Letcher Central. Eldridge to serve. Hannah Eldridge. And that's going to be off the hands of a Letcher Central player. And point Breathitt. Pelfrey, one of Breathitt's servers. This is who you want to have the ball right now. Outside, Pack almost outran that one. Outside, off the hands, unable to be played by Letcher Central as she slides into the bench. Good, hard hustle there by Sophia Baker. And Breathitt with the set point.
You could see that last serve by Pelfrey. Like we said before, she's just trying to get the ball in play at this point.
Take a little off, put it in, and going to be played over and unable to be handled by Breathitt. As Breathitt drops that set point, that will send Piper Adams back to serve for Letcher as Breathitt has its second set point. 3-point lead for Breathitt. Breathitt trying to make this 2-1. Miller with a nice dig out there. And into the net. Point to Letcher. 2-point lead for Breathitt. Going to be coming back to Miller on this side. Going to shoot that alley right between Allen and Miller. As Stacy closes this one out with a kill, 25-22. Breathitt takes set 3. Wow, what a set. This is what you would expect from two of the top teams in the region, James.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a quick break, 3 minutes here to reset. We'll be right back in just a little bit to go into set 4.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wolfe County is widely known as a rock climbing and hiking destination, but is now quickly becoming known for its great restaurants and entertainment venues. Venues like Skybridge Station, where you can see live music on the weekends or go to Tuesday night trivia. Kel's Patriot Pizza, Spanx Frank's, Dixie Freeze, Beef Finca, 145 Stakeout, which has live music most weekends, The Brick, Red Point Barbecue, and Bites and Bargains. Wolfe County is naturally gorgeous, and Wolfe County Tourism invites you to stop in and try one of these great restaurants on your next visit.
when only the best will
For
do.
100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving families.
Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply in Jackson, Kentucky is proud to serve Breathitt, Lee, Wolf, Morgan, Owsley, Perry, and Madison counties. Established in 1982 with over 40 years of service to those communities, Jackson Electric and Plumbing Supply can not only meet your electric and plumbing needs, but also heating and cooling, concrete and metal septic tanks, as well as your special orders. Call Scott and the gang today at 606-666-4052.
All right, welcome back in here to Breathitt High School, the PE gym. So far, James, we've had 3 sets. Breathitt leads 2-1, and pretty much what we expected out of these sets.
Yep, we had first set Breathitt taking 26-24. The second set, Letcher Central taking 25-19, and the third set Breathitt taking again 25-22.
That's exactly what you would expect from 2 of the best teams in the region. These 2 will certainly see each other again. Of course, Breathitt will make that trip to the big city of Whitesburg, or Ermine actually, to take on Letcher Central up there.
And then I would say, out of all the places to play, I think in the 14th region, Letcher Central is one of the most difficult places to play. The fan base is always absolutely amazing. And you're inside that little hole, and it is difficult.
And don't forget the hour-and-a-half trip up there.
Yes,
too.
yes.
So we used to try to keep our girls awake as they would try to sleep in the back of the bus as we would make those long trips. It always seemed like they woke up groggy after they.
I also recall us going ahead and saying, you know what, we can get all the long trips out in 1 week.
Yeah.
Let's go to Knott. Let's go to Letcher. Let's go to Leslie.
Not Letcher, Leslie. We would even run over to Estill. We would even. And that one goes into play by Adams, and Breathitt's going to play it over, starting off with a free ball here in the 4th set. Low, blocked at the net, and point goes to Letcher Central.
It was a good job getting their hands up, but they did not push the ball down. Whenever you go up to block, you can't just throw your hands up and make contact with the ball. You have to push your hands forward, make that ball go straight down.
Push the ball down as Miller plays this one up. Played by Neese, off the hands of Adams. And it's going to be a free ball to Breathitt. Let's see what they can do with it. Outside to Bird. Played up by Letcher. And just a free ball push. Pack plays that out. Pack with a good hard swing. Might have been out of bounds if they had let it go. And that's off the rafters. Point to Breathitt.
Gonna say great hustle. I did not catch the ball. I thought it went off the hands and went straight back, so I stopped following it with the camera, so
yeah,
I apologize.
One went up, off the rafters and down as Pelfrey puts that ball in. Low swings, Miller, and Bird will just put it over. Into the middle for Lowe, who throws that ball, and Breathitt unable to get a second hand on it. Point to Letcher Central. Kelsey Holbrook back, the setter. They've really given her a workout here tonight, as both of these setters are working really, really hard. And Stacy plays it over. Setter is out on this one. Adams will play it in. It's pushed. Adams. And that's a little tight there, but they make it across. Outside to Bird, who goes cross court, but played up by Adams. Nice rally here in this 4th set. And Bird goes out of bounds. Point to Letcher.
Looked like somebody from Letcher might have touched the ball, but it went out of bounds a good amount anyway, so must not have touched it.
Holbrook with the serve. That is back row, and Emily Miller hesitates for just a second, and the ball is off her hands. 4-1, 3-point lead here. We would expect nothing less. Holbrook to serve again. Laura one whistles. She has 5 seconds to serve, and she gets it in. Taken by Pelfrey. In the middle, and just tapped over. That was down as Breathitt will send Raylan back to the service line, and Harvey comes back in for Breathitt. Back with the serve taken by Adams, outside to Lowe. She rolls that ball over. And into the net by Bird, 5-2. 3-point lead for Letcher. Seems like the pendulum swings one way and swings back, swings one way and swings back. Pack plays that one off the hands of Harvey.
And then off of the roof.
Breathitt was at Lee County last night, and Lee County always has that low roof beams. And an H by Letcher. So they should be used to that off the beams, off the ceiling at this point, because Lee County's ceiling is very, very low for sure. And the swing and off the block. Adams unable to get there. Point for Breathitt. And the service by Bird. Played up by Lowe, who taps that one over, but it's played across. Eldridge going for that middle, that soft tap, played out. Very nice pickup and down.
It's the grittiness that the Lady Cats are showing there, not letting the ball touch the ground in no way, shape, or form. Should the ball have even made it up in the air and back, able to get down, pop it up, and make a playable ball, and then score.
As the service comes in, going to be played up and over and touched off the hands of Raylan back as point goes to Letcher Central. 4-point lead. Lowe puts that ball in. Nice serve. Going to be played over by Stacy. Point to Letcher Central. Lowe to serve again. And that's a little higher than the other one was. Outside to Curtis off the block. And that's out of bounds. Point to Breathitt. Looked like McCullum went down on the ground. Don't know if she krilled her ankle or what there, but she was on the ground for part of that play. She's sort of tucked away over there on the side. And off the hands, played up and over by Breathitt.
Great block coverage there
outside,
by Bird.
Edwards plays that one, and it's going to be some rapid fire action there as Letcher take the 5-point lead, 10-5. Spencer Little, the freshman, back to serve for Letcher. Out of bounds. Out of bounds out the far side on the right here.
I believe Bird would have made you proud there. She stepped over the white line, making sure that ball wasn't actually in bounds.
Almost brings a little tear to my eye to see that go on. As Emily Miller back to serve, and she rolls that one in. Outside to Eldridge as she taps that ball. And Breathitt was in the net and the ball was down, so whichever you want to call. Eldridge with the serve. 5-point lead now for Letcher Central. Coach Spencer trying to calm her girls down. Outside to Curtis. A nice placed shot down that line. You couldn't ask for better placement. All of Letcher's defense was shifting forward and to the right, and she drops it right down that line. That will send her, Briley Curtis, back to serve. 4-point lead, and she pulled that one down into the net. And Allen will replace her. We get a libero switch on the Letcher side. As McCullum comes out, Lowe goes in, and Piper Adams, the libero, goes back to serve. Into Miller. Back to Neese, and Long out the backside. Point to Letcher Central. Got to slow those approaches down just a little bit as Piper Adams puts the ball in play again. Going straight at Miller. And Bird Long on the backside. 14-7, 7-point lead.
Look, they're saying no touch there. I would have been yelling for a touch. I don't know if there was one, but it looked close enough that I could yell for it.
It doesn't hurt to ask. In the middle to Lowe, and she goes long. I think you're seeing a lot of tired arms right now. A lot of people going long on these serves, on these hits. Tired arms, hard to keep them under control. Swinging that much dead weight. Pelfrey to serve, and she goes to Adams. Outside to Lowe, who swings, and that's blocked back into play. That's going to be a lift. And I think the Pep section agrees with that. And Pelfrey back to serve. And an ace. Breathitt on a little bit of a run. Pelfrey with the serve. Down 4. She drops that one in. Outside to Pack. It's played off the block and up. Good hard swing there and played up. Pack with another tap. We're going to play ping pong here. And that's down. Letcher wins that ping pong match.
I believe the new sport that's like that is pickleball, Steve.
I'm an old school. Coach Spencer tells her girls, hit the ball. Played up. Stacy will play it in. Adams outside to Pack. She will swing. She's not afraid. And James, they tried to send the ball up here to us. Out of bounds, off the hands of Breathitt. 16-10. Holbrook back to serve for Letcher. Miller to back to Stacy. Going to be at the net. And Pack swings again. 17-10, 7-point lead.
The Lady Cougars are really getting in a rhythm
Breathitt
here.
County. Coach Spencer calls timeout. That is going to be her first. As we take a quick break here, we'll be back in just a moment.
Come see us at Jackson Medical Clinic Family Healthcare in Jackson for all your medical needs. Now also offering behavioral healthcare services. The clinic is open 7 days a week and will have new extended hours of operation beginning on January 1st, 2024. Hours of operation will be from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. With a hometown
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454.
Welcome back. We're out of a Breathitt County timeout as Holbrook is back to serve for Letcher Central. Outside to Stacy, off the block, played up, and off the Breathitt block. Breathitt's blocking straight up. They've got to press those balls forward, press those hands forward, put the ball down on the other side. Letcher out to an 8-point lead. Holbrook put the ball in play, taken. It's going to be played over, free ball for Letcher. Let's see what they do. Outside, nope, middle to Lowe. Outside to Pack, who pushes that ball through. Nice set there by Stacy. And it's going to be pushed over by Lowe. Breathitt has got to put the ball down. They can't just play. Outside to Bird. Played up by Adams. Over to Pack. She swings. And that's going to be out of bounds. 19-10, 9-point lead.
The Lady Cats seem to be playing without a sense of urgency right now. They're down by 9, and instead of hitting the ball, they are still pushing the ball over. They're playing like they got something to lose, and right now they don't have a lot to lose.
Got to get that ball into play, get a pass, get a ball forward to Lowe, who taps it over. Stacy blocked at the net.
Good swing.
Going to be a hard push, but Adams gets there, and miscommunication. Miscommunication there as Harvey checks back into the ball game for Breathitt. Back to serve. 8-point deficit. Nice rolling serve there outside, and Lowe blocked at the net. Pack puts that ball up. Harvey unable to get the ball across. Point to Letcher Central.
But she was being aggressive.
Hitting the ball forward.
She swung at the ball. Didn't make the greatest of contacts on it, but it was still a swing.
Pack with the service error into the net. Substitution in the front row. Curtis comes back in for Allen. Bird into the net. Tired arms all the way around, I think. Low back for Letcher Central to serve. Miscommunication there by Breathitt. Looks like they're stumbling over each other. Off the block, off the hands of Paris Cook, and down for a point for Breathitt. Looks like Breathitt's not communicating right now, and they're running into each other, running over each other. 21-13. Letcher Central leads this one. Stacy, nice serve, played up by Letcher. Curtis down and in on the block. 22-13. Substitution for Letcher as Little comes back in.
Game's not over yet, Steve, but this one looks like it's going into a 5th set as of right now.
We may be pulling the midnight shift here, James. Played up. Back gets to it, but it's going to be a free ball played over by Pelfrey. Eldridge with the throw.
Lady Cougars now with a 10-point lead late in this 4th set.
Coach Van Hoos looks a little more relaxed than she did earlier on in this set. And that's an ace. That ball split 2 defenders. And down for a point. 24 set point here in this fourth set. As Little serves. Taken by Harvey. Played across. Back row hit by Pack and down for the point. 25-13. Letcher Central takes another, so we are tied 2-2. We will stay here for the flip as Pelfrey and Holbrook are with the R2. The flip will determine who will serve in this fifth set. Looks like Letcher Central has the serve. We'll take a quick break, be right back after this message.
Over 100 years, Buckhorn Children and Family Services has been changing lives across Kentucky, providing compassionate care, healing, and hope to families in need. From addiction treatment to foster care, residential treatment, and more, our programs help families and individuals build strong, healthy futures. Whether it's through evidence-based treatment for children or life-changing support for adults, we're answering God's call to make a lasting impact. Join us in changing lives and restoring hope. Please visit buckhorn.org or send your support to Buckhorn Children and Family Services in Buckhorn, Kentucky. Together, we can build strong, thriving.
Variety Pizza, located at 1189 Main Street in Jackson, has been family owned and operated for over 45 years, serving the community with fresh, homemade, and handcrafted pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. Carry out or stay and enjoy the newly renovated dining areas with private party spaces available. Stop by and see Lee and Al or call 666-5454 for Variety Pizza.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Holbrook Equipment, located just off the Mountain Parkway in Campton, Kentucky, has been your hometown construction and agricultural equipment dealer since 1981. When you're looking for quality, dependable, and efficient equipment, Holbrook is where you can find it. Proud dealers of Kubota, Hyundai, Vermeer, and Lampride equipment, Holbrook prides themselves on matching each customer's unique needs with the equipment that will serve them the best. Come see them today and visit their website at holbrookequipment.com or give them a call at 606-668.
Well, this is it. This is set 5. One of these two teams is going to walk out of here with a victory tonight. The other will mark up another loss for the season. It could be Letcher's first loss. It could be Breathitt's second loss. We've been back and forth, James, through this game. Breathitt takes the first one. Letcher takes the second. Breathitt takes the third. Letcher takes the fourth. Letcher won the flip, and they will start off here as Adams will serve in this set. Remember, it only goes to 15.
Yep, race to 15. A lot of times that can feel very different than a game to 25.
And point to Breathitt. Looked like back might have been in the net there, but Letcher's fans certainly wanted that call. I'm not sure they were wrong, but point to Breathitt.
What use is a home field advantage if you don't really have one?
And that's off the hands and played over, out of bounds. Breathitt up 2-0 here early. Very important momentum in this fifth set. Really has to move as Pelfrey serves into the net. 2-1, Breathitt leads as Kelsey Holbrook will serve for Letcher Central. Outside to Stacy, who's blocked at the net. And we're going to call 4 hits. Did not cross the net. We have a tie game. Holbrook with the serve. Into Pelfrey. Outside to Stacy, who swings. Letcher Central is going to play it over, but it's going to be a free ball. In the middle to Stacy. Blocked, but played up. Miscommunication. Your secondary setter should be that libero. Stacy was trying to get to the ball and blocked the libero off. 3-2. 1 point lead for Letcher Central. Communication becomes more essential here in this 5th set as Holbrook readies the ball. She swings. Stacy. Gonna go middle too low, and she's blocked. Outside to Pack. And that would have been an out of bounds, but it was saved in by Breathitt. Point to Letcher. That was about 7 or 8 feet out of bounds, but it was played, saved in by Breathitt. 2 point lead for Letcher Central. Holbrook serves. Played up by Miller. Free ball. Miller plays that one. Outside to Bird. And off the hands of Holbrook. Breathitt takes the ball back. Down by 1. That will send Raylan back to the service line for Breathitt.
If Bird has a say about it, she will win this game.
We should expect nothing less than a back and forth here in this 5th set. It's what we've seen the whole match so far. Outside to Lowe, who swings. Another point for Letcher Central. Ebony Pack. Going to be a tough one, and Breathitt unable to get there. Ace. 3 point lead as Coach Spencer calls time out. Welcome back in. We are just concluding a Breathitt County timeout as the horn sounds. Ebony Pack, the junior from Letcher Central, on the service run here. Played up by Harold. Free ball. Outside to Eldridge, who swings.
And the Lady Cougars are wanting 4 touches there.
Eldridge plays that one back. Taken by Allen. A little flip there by Bird. Off the hands of back. As Calissa Lowe puts that ball into the back row. 4 point lead for Letcher Central. Ebony Pack with the serve. Look for Letcher to go back to the middle, and a service error. The last thing you want at this point on either side.
You know, serves get harder and harder throughout the game, but all of a sudden this fifth set, it seems like the net's about 5 feet taller than what it actually is.
Curtis back into the game, and that's out of bounds by Bird. 3-point for Letcher. Lowe back to serve. And she floats that one to the baseline. Point. Letcher Central, 5-point lead. Breathitt just not communicating there. You've got to follow that ball to the ground. As Lowe steadies herself and sends the ball over the net. Off the block, played up by Letcher. Going to go outside to Eldridge, who swings, and that ball is down. Six-point lead. And that door is slowly closing for Breathitt. Lowe with the serve. Played up by Bird. Outside to Stacy, who has to move to get that ball. Outside to Eldridge, who swings again. Breathitt's defense spacing, causing some issues right now. Lowe to serve again, 4 points away from claiming this one. Taken by, played over by no one.
You know, we said Letcher Central going out of that fourth set had all the momentum. I think that this is just a carryover of that momentum that we're seeing. I believe that's all it is.
Breathitt's shoulders are down. Miscommunication there. Outside to Eldridge, who is not afraid to swing. Back will set that ball for Curtis, who just pushes it over. Back pushes to that corner. Taken by Lowe and out of bounds off the hands of Lowe. A little bit of a collision there at the table as Holbrook trying to run that one down. And Piper Adams is already on the ground.
Very smart play there from back. Seeing that there was a little bit of an opening in that back corner and trying to take advantage of it.
Ball up by back as Curtis is blocked and unable to play that one over. 13-5. That will send number 4, Spencer Little, back for Letcher Central. Taken by Pelfrey. Back will set that outside. And Neese unable to get to that ball. Point for Letcher Central. Set point, match point for Letcher Central. Little serves into the net. A little reprieve for Breathitt, as Emily Miller will check in to serve for Breathitt. Set point, match point, and she goes into the net and gives this victory to Letcher Central, 15-6 here in this set. We'll take a real quick break, be back and close this one out.
Home. Premium service at an affordable price when only the best will do.
People's Bank is proud to continue to invest in the Bluegrass State. Our team has years of experience right here in Eastern Kentucky. By partnering with People's Bank, we provide solutions, not just products. Our vision is to be the best community bank in America, and we would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Welcome back in here to Breathitt High School as we saw a tremendous match here tonight. Exactly what we expected from two of the top teams in the 14th region. Breathitt loses this one. Letcher walks away with the victory 3-2 after splitting the match pretty much. Breathitt takes first set 26-24. Letcher takes the second one 25-19. Breathitt roars back to a 25-22 victory in the third. Letcher takes the fourth 25-13. And Letcher just basically runs away with that fifth set 15-6, James.
Yeah, as I was saying, Letcher built a lot of momentum in that fourth set. And it looked like, sometimes that 3 minutes in between sets is a world of a difference. Letcher was able to take that momentum and build on it.
Well, and they came out into that fifth set with the serve, and that helps a little bit too.
Yes.
So they had the initiative right offhand. They were pushing the ball down. Seemed like they were putting the ball down a lot more late in the match than what Breathitt was. Breathitt was getting a lot of pushes, a lot of tosses across the net. And in the 14th region, if you want to win, that ball has got to be put down. That is the difference in the 14th region.
You must attack the ball.
Every single hit. Looking ahead, we will be back here. The broadcast will be back on next Wednesday as we have the always fun to call district matchup with Wolf County and Breathitt here at Breathitt. We'll begin our broadcast with varsity probably around 7:15 or so.
Yep.
Depending on when they get to that point. But Breathitt and Wolf County will be our next broadcast here next Wednesday.
And I think you can expect a very, very good game. It doesn't matter if they're playing checkers, Breathitt and Wolf. It's a game that you need to watch.
We always say it doesn't matter what it is, they're going to give everything they've got during that match. It's something about those names on the front of the jerseys when those two teams come together.
Makes it mean a little more.
So we're going to close this one out as Letcher Central will have a happy bus ride back to the big city of Ermine, Kentucky. As they leave here with a 3-2 victory over Breathitt County, these two new teams will see themselves again. So on behalf of myself, Stephen Bowling, and James Strong, we want to say thanks for watching. Let's go play some volleyball.